third person in America does yoga in United States. I'm very proud to say that.
My goodness.
Every third American does yoga in United States. So I'm very proud because I've seen it practically for so long years now. Earlier I used to think, oh God, this is all, they just do this exercise and all, but they really do yoga and they're so sincere. Regularly they do it. So in fact they own yoga more than us. That is what I have drawn this perception from my experience. So in solitude, when you are with yourself, the first aspect of work-life balance is spend time in solitude. The first thing that we need to do is, can I spend some time in solitude? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, based upon your responsibilities at home. You need to give time to yourself. I get up at 4. 4 to 5 is my yoga, meditation and pranayama time. That 1 hour of my life, even if I am in Finland or Germany or Switzerland or anywhere in the world, I carry my yoga mat. I make sure that I sleep on the floor even though they give me king size or queen size bed. That is not my need. That is not my need. Again, understand it. The second aspect is need. Emotional need, physical need, financial need. We all have needs, right? Levels of need, if you have heard about Maslow's theory, food, clothing, shelter is a basic need, which is a physiological need. Then you have psychological need, which is safety and security, which is your self-esteem, your wealth. This comes under your psychological need. When we feel warmth, when we feel that yes, we are accepted, we are liked by someone, that is a psychological need. Even though we reach that need of self-esteem, where we are satisfied, we have earned, we have status in the society, still we are struggling with food, clothing, shelter, isn't it? You know why? Because today, it's not about roti, chapati, dal, rice. It's all about paneer, Manchurian, Thai, continental. So there are so many things on the platter, and the affordability rate has gone so high. Even when you reach at the restaurant, the person who takes your order is so tired of you because you're not being decisive about what you want to eat. Aren't you giving him stress and you are also under stress? Because you're not decisive. So the third point is decision making. How good you are at decision making. So can we repeat the first thing which we have spoken?
Spend time in solitude.
Solitude, spend time in solitude. Now how is this going to help you, spending time in solitude? Let's elaborate on that. You come across your own thoughts. If you didn't like something about you, you try to rectify it. If you try to put facade all the time, camouflage what you are not, that also takes you under stress. And that makes it more difficult for you to create work-life balance. Because facade is something which is very difficult. What you are, you are. Show off is the time. Show off is like, we discussed sarees. That was a problem for me in the corporate. When I was in the corporate, every third person used to come and ask me, oh, today is your anniversary birthday, what did your husband give you? It's none of their business. So, it's like gold or diamond. Are we really stuck to that? So, again, we are getting under stress. This is called as societal stress. The societal stress is really creating difficulties for all of us here to create that work-life balance. Why? Because half of your energy is going on thinking, this gentleman, इसके husband ने इसको ये दिया, मेरे husband ने मुझे कुछ नहीं दिया. So just see where your focus, you choose your battles. You choose your battles, you choose your energy. Where is it going? Then common people discuss people. My success story is, I have never ripped off anybody in my life. I never belong to any group. I take care that I have never been opinionated about somebody. I take care that if I cannot speak good about someone, this is one lesson which I've learned from my mom, which is so practical that if you cannot speak something good about somebody, don't even comment bad about somebody. We are so opinionated people. We are so filled up with all opinions and judgments and perception about people, even about their dressing, even about their attire, even about their looks, and we keep commenting on them. How, first of all, we are not using our brain like Einstein. We are using only one-third part of our brain. And in that one-third part of our brain, 20 relatives, 20 friends, 30 people around whom we like or dislike, all this is going on. Where is the productivity of the brain going on? The brain is occupied. How are we going to enjoy that solitude? So to enjoy that solitude, are we going to keep it empty? Are we going to choose the right battles? When I'm saying battles, not literally battles, but things which we struggle, which we shouldn't be even concerned. If you cannot influence the situation, you shouldn't be concerned about that situation. The situation which you cannot influence. So to spend time in solitude, make sure that meditation is not nirvana. None of us are going to become sadhus or yoginis by sitting for 5 minutes every day. And we don't want to. Isn't it? We don't want to, because we want to lead a life where we have our husband, we have our family, and that is how we have chosen that. My younger sister has chosen the life of a yogini. That is her choice. She is married, but both husband and wife, they have chosen the path to serve the society, to serve the world. And by the way, he's American, more Indian than us. He knows more India than us. And everywhere, whatever celebration, he says that New Year is not the year we celebrate. Gudi Padwa, Ugadi. This is what he knows everything. He knows Jainism, he knows Buddhism, he knows Sikhism. He knows all the 7 religions are practiced in India. 3 are born in India. 1,640 dialects are spoken in India. And the name Bharat India is not the name of India. That's when I go and tell people it's Bharat. Bha is Bhav. Rati is a lineage, which is people who love knowledge are Bharatis. And that's why the name Bharat. None of us, means most of us, don't know about it, so we cannot go and tell people why Bharat.
Why Bharat? Say it again.
It's a lineage, Bharati, and the name which was given is Bharat. Bha is Bhav, which is expression, which is love, the lover of knowledge, and Rati is knowledge. So one who is the lover of knowledge is Bharat, and that's why it is Bharat and Bharati. That is India. India is the name given by British, and we continued it. Right. So I'm not a very neither any political party. I don't belong to any political party. I stay away from politics. So I was interested once upon a time. Indira Gandhi was my role model when I was a kid. So I always wanted to get into politics. But my dad said, when you really want to bring in change in the society, the right hand shouldn't know what the left hand is doing. So you don't have to join politics for that. And I was stunned by the statement. At such early age, he was giving us such beautiful lessons. So my dear friends, I would request all of you to spend time in solitude. Why? Even I told my sister day before yesterday when I left Bombay, husband comes, children comes first, in-laws comes first, and her health is deteriorating. I said, Jaan hai to jahan hai. She literally understood it. Because somewhere you have to be a little tough on yourself. So spend time on solitude and observe your thoughts. Observe the pain in your body. See where your body is paining and aching. How much water all of us drink every day? 6 glasses, 7 glasses, 8 glasses. Make sure you drink 3 liters of water every day. By hook or crook, make sure you don't eat this much. This is the way we eat. Only this palm. That is the way it is. And then 3 liters of water, 70%, 71% water, and rest of the food. To create that work-life balance, you need energy. And we think we get energy from food. We don't get energy from food. We get energy from liquids. The more you eat, the more lethargic you become. and everybody has this different, right? This much of food, and that's why make sure that you have this portion. Have you seen anybody visited France anytime? Did you have the chance to visit France? If you see the French people, how agile they are, and see the portions they eat across the world, only French people get the right portions to eat. Otherwise, other parts of the world, if you go to Brazil, Mexico, they'll come late for the session, but 1 hour lunch. China, when I went, after lunch, 20 minutes nap. And I had to start my session late. Just see, the world is so different,
Yes.
isn't it? And they gave one pillow to me, you also went. So, spending time in solitude will get to know your mental health, your physical health, right? And your peace of mind. This being has to be happy. External people are not going to make us happy. Somebody behaves good, I am happy. My husband behaves good, I am happy. Why? Not necessary. If you really want to create that balance, first of all, am I happy with my habits? And am I ready to change my habits? One of my sisters, we have 5 sisters, so one of my sisters, day before yesterday when we were discussing, we met at a marriage of my nephew. I told her that you are brutally honest and brutally truthful. She is so truthful that sometimes it creates for me. And I gave this feedback to her. So that you can be truthful, but be little diplomatic in projecting that truthfulness. Because people feel hurt because they are not like you. And this is how we brothers and sisters, we rip each other off. And we give feedback to each other. We make sure that we sit on that hot seat. We take the chair, we sit on the hot seat, and we give feedback. How you should behave with the children, how you should behave with your husband, and in-laws, what went right, what went wrong, what could have been better. What's the use of knowing the values, knowing the theory, and not practicing it? And we are not answerable to anyone. Oh my God, since the time our dad passed away, we made sure that the legacy continues, because even after marriage, we were answerable to our dad. So we continued that legacy. People say that Hum Saath Saath Hai movie, that's not reality. That's all facade, that's all fake. It's only imagination. No dear. Our family lives like that. It's not imagination, we live like that. We live like that, all 6 of us, 5 sisters, 1 brother. And my mom is alive, and thank God, but my dad passed away. And today you see me standing here is only because of him. This was the first city where my dad joined RBI, and then he shifted to SBI. And this city is very close to my mom and dad, and that's why I said, if I have to start something in India, I'll start from Nagpur.
Wonderful.
I've never seen Nagpur, by the way. I'm not at all emotionally attached to this place, but I'm emotionally attached to Maharashtra because my parents belong here. So I'm married there in Andhra, but my parents have very soft corner for this place. So I thought that let me do justice to them. And that's why I started my first interaction here in Maharashtra, Nagpur. I have it in Pune, Bangalore, Mumbai I cancelled, Delhi I cancelled, and I'm going to Lucknow. Because with my voice, I don't think I'll be able to do justice to. And all those guys are all VPs and CEOs who I had to address in Delhi, which I had to cancel. Because with this voice and with this health, I don't want to really go and not stand to the expectations of the CEOs and the VPs. If I stand in front of the camera, I always want to give my best shot like Bruce Lee. He has written it. I went to Hollywood, Planet Hollywood, and Bruce Lee has written this statement, vision statement. Bruce Lee said, anytime I stand in front of the camera, I'll give my best shot. And he has given it. And that is my philosophy. If I don't do justice to my job, money doesn't matter to me, and that's what I was just telling Rita. What matters to me is, are people benefiting from my contribution? If not, then I'm not successful. For me, success is not bank balance. For me, success is how many lives I have touched in my life. I'm very clear about certain things. Very, very clear. So first is solitude. The second thing,
Need.
yeah?
Need hierarchy.
Need. The hierarchy needs food, clothing, shelter. Before you reach any hotel, you make up your mind what you're going to eat. Keep your needs as simple as possible, even living in the United States. I don't ask you to sleep on the floor like what I do. But even, I just bought the dining table and a double bed only for my mom because she came and stayed with us for 6 months. But if you ask me, I sit down and eat my lunch. I sleep on the floor. I've kept my needs very less like my dad. My parents are my greatest role model. I've never seen my mom discussing saris and jewelry. I've never seen my dad discussing all this wealth and all those things. Though we lived a very luxurious life, but he never discussed about it. The status, the money, it was never discussed. Books were discussed. Knowledge was discussed. Every time it was knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. And that's why I feel that I won't mind people calling me knowledgeable than rich. That gives me greater satisfaction. And when I'm doing my organization leadership PhD, all the guest faculties when they come and when they appreciate my contribution in the classroom, I feel so proud about my dad. Because that is what he said. That make sure that you are known for your knowledge. Because bank balance is never written here. But when you speak, the knowledge speaks. And the knowledge is literally seen. And that is what I have always believed in. So keep your needs. Why? Work-life, be simple. Why? Because too many decisions. Needs like, what dress are you going to wear today? Yeah? How much time do we spend on dressing part? For me, it's not possible because every 8 days my dressing is ready. Though I have many clothes because I have to really keep my suitcase ready. One leg in Brazil, one in Mexico, one in Canada, one in 35 states of United States. 15 are left. Though now I'm taking it a little slow because I want to concentrate more on India now. I don't want to concentrate on the countries. They need my services. They badly need my services, but I feel that I need to do justice to my country first. So that's why I'm taking it a little slow now. So your decision making. Now, is decision making possible without planning? If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. So planning comes first. If you see the planning process, if you can recall the planning process, how do you plan your day? Anybody write? All of you write it down. Do you write your day on Friday? Do you write down in the diary that this is how my week is going to be? How many of you do that? None of us?
काम में नोट करती हूँ आज मुझे क्या क्या करना है किसको कौन करना है वो सुबह उठ के मैं नोट
काम लिखते हैं
So you make a to-do list.
to-do list.
To-do list, right? Now I'll give you a wonderful idea. Listen to this wonderful quote which I'll say. Things that matter the most shouldn't be left at the mercy of things that matter the least. Things that matter the most shouldn't be left at the mercy of things that matter the least. Isn't it? Now, some of us, things matter the most is your family. Now, why are you working? Any reason that why are you working? Basic food, clothing, shelter. Yeah, none of us are working for recognition. Yeah, food, clothing, shelter is the basic thing. So if you see this to-do list part, there is difference between effectiveness and efficiency. We make to-do lists, 25 items in one day. How can we complete those 25 items in one day? None of us are superwomen here or supermen here. We can't do that because certain work is dependent on somebody, isn't it? Many of us have this dependency of a job. So we cannot do that, complete those 25 items in a day. So if you see the efficiency and effectiveness, efficiency is writing down the to-do list and effectiveness is completing it. So better write five things and complete it so that you have a good night's sleep. Otherwise, oh my God, I am worthless. This is the first feeling we have. Nobody shows it. Nobody shows it. You're sitting beside your children at the dinner table, your husband at the dinner table, and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm worthless. I'm not capable of doing something. Whatever I'm telling you, if I don't lead it, I have no right to speak about it. I have been living that kind of life, highly disciplined, and everybody in the world they ask me, what is your weakness? And my husband really smiles at that. And he knows it. My weakness is too much of perfection. OCD. Even the chair is like this, I can't take it. Too much of perfection. Even putting a dishwasher, the way I arrange the dishes, the way I do my laundry, whites first, color later. So everything is so organized. When people, my relatives, when they enter my house, they say, oh, should we enter or not? I think they're going to spoil your house. I said, no, don't worry about it. So I am very particular about things, which is a problem for people around me. That is my weakness as well as strength. That is my weakness as well as strength, because then I am more planned, more organized, and I live a very peaceful life. Because I'm like, I don't trouble people around me that you have to be perfectionist. But yes, when it comes to dishwasher, I tell my husband that this has to be done like this. So that is what the feedback which I got from my sisters. Okay, you be the perfectionist. Why you want him to be the perfectionist? You got the point here? Yes. So unknowingly I'm hurting somebody. In my process of creating that work-life balance, and in that process of being perfectionist in everything that I do, I want things to be done in my way is a need that I have developed over a period of time, which I need to balance. Somebody is getting hurt. So what? If somebody is putting it the other way, things are getting done. The dishes are getting washed. How does it matter if it is right or wrong, or up or down? So that is important. Can all of you just sit and give yourself 1 minute? What is that one thing, like what I told you about my perfection? What is that one thing that troubles you and people around you? It might be like this. It might be a weakness as well as strength. Can you just think about that one thing? And if you go for the interview and if somebody asks you about this, don't say that I don't have any weakness. We all have that. Yeah, it's nothing right or wrong. That is the way we are. And we have to own it. We have to own that responsibility that is how I am. But am I being aware that my righteousness and my perfection is creating challenge to a person beside me? That awareness is very important. So just think for a moment, what is that one thing which is a weakness as well as strength? Think through and share with the person sitting beside you. I love this silence. Silence is also a language. Many times when your mom doesn't speak, that means she's angry.
Mine is the same as yours. Perfection.
Perfection?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else says anything different?
I'm in hurry always. Always.
Rush. Always rush. Okay. Can you see that? Can you see that we know, I think that solitude helps you to draw more kind of these things which are troublemakers. What troublemakers for self and troublemakers for others. Anything else? Anything else? Anybody else?
I'm too thoughtful about things. Like, if whatever I'm thinking, if it is related to somebody else, so I keep on thinking if in what way the other person might take things.